There's a belief that the strongest teams in baseball don't panic, that they ride the highs, weather the lows, and keep their eye on October. But what if I told you that belief might be costing championships? What if waiting patiently is exactly what keeps teams one step behind? But first, if you like to stay up to date on all things New York Yankees, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. While some fan bases are celebrating all-star selections and walk-off wins, there's a silent urgency building in the Bronx, one that the headlines aren't capturing, but that savvy fans can already feel in their gut. And while the spotlight shines on Judge's heroics, a much bolder move is simmering under the surface, one that could flip the entire playoff picture. You won't hear it from the Yankees front office, but you'll feel it by the time you finish reading this. When you look at this Yankees roster, it's impossible not to respect the power, the grit, the poise. Judge is having an MVP-type season again, Soto is delivering elite production, and the bullpen? Quietly one of the best in baseball. But cracks are beginning to show, and they're not the kind that fix themselves. Pitching depth is paper-thin. Rotation injuries are stacking up. And while the team keeps winning, fans know it's not sustainable. You can only duct tape the rotation for so long before it bursts under pressure. And it's not just the mound that's bleeding talent. The third base dilemma has flown under the radar because fans are distracted by Judge's moonshots and Soto's on-base clinic. But when you zoom out, the lack of a reliable third baseman is a glaring void. Oswaldo Cabrera's injury left a carousel of stopgap options. Gleyber Torres' exit in free agency wasn't replaced with firepower. It's not about errors, it's about energy. The Yankees don't just need someone who can field grounders. They need someone who can shift momentum with one swing. And that brings us to the real reason fans should be paying close attention to Arizona. Most trade talks circle around pitching. But let's pause. Suarez isn't just available, he's exploding. Over 30 home runs already, and we're barely past the halfway point. This is a guy who can protect Judge in the lineup, crush in late innings, and bring swagger back to the hot corner.